Hi everyone, let's talk about Mr. Cabbagehead's Garden, which is a wonderfully bizarre game. You find yourself, yeah, if you saw the playthrough, you find yourself saying such bizarre sentences. You find yourself finding out about new vegetables that you'd never heard of, like salsify. But yeah, I think this is such a lovely puzzle, which I tend to say about a lot of games that I like. But it is. It's I've only had a chance to play the solo version, which we did play our first game of as two of us played the solo version. But yeah, I really like the the kind of logistical planning of the garden once you've decided the vegetables to choose. The thought that goes into that vegetable as well. Hopefully I talked about it enough in the playthrough. There are so many different things pulling you in different directions, trying to influence your choice. How many neighbor tokens you're going to draw can really matter. That did happen in a turn in that game where, okay, if I choose this vegetable, then we're only going to draw these, which means this neighbour's definitely going to come out, which means we can lose this vegetable, and we're fine with that. There is that kind of planning that comes into it. It does have a more random aspect as well, where sometimes you can't judge which neighbour's going to come out, and certain ones will really mess you up if they come out, and there's not a lot you can do about it. I think that is mitigated though by how fast the game is. It is a 10-15 minute thing solo anyway, and yeah, it's a really fun puzzle. I'll say that the I can't remember what they're called now. The awards that you get for the awards of merit that you can get for your garden for the different configurations. It'd be nice if there was a little player aid in there. I suppose it's not such a big deal having the rulebook open. That's just a tiny little thing though, because you're going to have something open to remember what they are, at least in the beginning anyway. But yeah, it's nice trying to pick which one of them you're going for, and inevitably having to change your plan as the game goes along because things aren't going your way. The order that the vegetables have come out hasn't happened, or you've run out of B tokens. There's so many little things where the B token thing and the choice of the 3 cards is really nice, where yeah, if you keep spending B tokens because you really need those things that happen to have come out on the left, you're going to end up not being able to because you're going to run out of them. Same if you always take from the right, there's not going to be any more B tokens to receive. So that's just another nice thing that's affecting your decision. The 2-player game, did I mention that? I haven't had a chance to play that yet because I haven't had much time to make the video because it needs to come out. But yeah, I'm looking forward to trying the 2-player version because, well, it's not adding, complexity to the game really. It is adding kind of another dimension to your decision of which card to take, because one of the 2 cards that you're leaving behind is going to go under the deck and come out again later. So maybe you're hoping that that's going to come to you later, or you're going to have to pass the other one to your opponent and then decide where it's going in their lineup of 3 cards, and then they're going to draw 2 cards to fill it out. But as I've mentioned in the playthrough, you can be looking at, oh, they really need these turnips, but they've got no B tokens, so I'm going to put it on the left side because they're not going to be able to take it in there. That's another element of strategy that's added to it that, again, I haven't played yet, but I'm looking forward to trying the 2-player version. It also comes with, if you saw at the end of the playthrough, it comes with loads of extra neighbours. It comes with, a Romancing Eudora little expansion, a Grasshopper little expansion. There are lots of little things in there that will help with, the replayability. There are quite a few. How many neighbour tiles are in there now? 6 neighbour tiles, so 10 to choose from, and you get 4 randomly each game if you want to. The 4 starting ones are recommended because they're more straightforward to get started with, and if you try your first 2-player game, it's easier with those. But yeah, I really like the thought and puzzle of deciding which to take and how that's going to affect the neighbours and your points and things, trying to judge how many of this vegetable have come out, how many's left, and then the placement in your garden, not just for trying to make sure that there are adjacent vegetables, trying to figure out, it looks like this neighbour's coming out, so how can I affect the vegetable they will take so it will damage me the least? Or how am I going to place these so that it will get me the most awards? Do I need to take a vegetable I don't particularly want this time because the guy that really wants to take carrots is coming out, and so I want to take a carrot so he doesn't take my prize vegetable? Yeah, as I said, it makes you say really weird things, but I think that's another big plus point of the game as well. It's got a really unique and lovely style, and in a bizarre way, in its own little world, it makes sense, and I think that's a really nice way for it's not really weird for weird's sake. It just yeah, it's its own little thing, and I'm really glad that it exists in that way as well, because it is quite funny when you're when you're discussing the game and you have to say these strange sentences about the mayor of Onion Town coming to visit, and Mr. Cabbagehead's about to go on holiday, so we can't take that. We'll have to discard it and put it in Eudora's compost pile. Yeah, it's got a really bizarre and nice theme as well, which I think is a big plus point for it. But the playthrough is there, so you can look for yourself and see if it would be one for you. But that's Mr. Cabbagehead's Garden. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone. I'll see you for the next game. Bye.